When you're saving for retirement, you want to know, how do you stack up? Are you ahead or perhaps behind compared to the average retirement saver out there? Well, the latest news is out from Fidelity. We're going to dive into their latest report, see how you stack up against the averages and against the averages by age. Let's take a look. Now we're looking at the Fidelity latest retirement analysis. Fidelity is great because they've got millions of people that are invested in 401ks, IRAs. They can take a look in the aggregate, see what is going on in America. In America, at the end of the year, December 31st, 2024, the average 401k here is at $131,700. Now, this is people that just started in the 401k. This is people that have had a 401k for 35 years. So it's great that they are breaking it down in some other ways overall, where here's a great way for them to break it out. By age is important. Who knows what is going on in the average 20-year-olds and 70-year-olds, 80-year-olds, 90-year-olds? Let's take a look by age, see how you stack up. Now, when you are getting for retirement, you're heading towards retirement, you're in the 50s, 60s, perhaps even 70s. It seems like you top out maybe at 250,000 as the average. That's telling me a couple of things. One is that you're starting to take a little bit of money out. You're starting to take a little bit of money out from your 401k. So no wonder the 70 plus year olds basically have the same amount of money as the early 60-year-olds. You look at 50 to 55 to 59 and 60 to 64, 65 to 69. They basically all have the same amount on average. So that's telling me that a bit you're taking money out, telling me too how people like to plan out their investments in retirement. And often whatever you build up to at the beginning of retirement, a lot of people that goal to keep that the same throughout retirement and live off the interest, dividends, and growth that are there. So we got to take a look there at age. I'll link to this in the comments so you can see how do I stack up compared to the average 401k my age. Here's another one, average retirement savings by generation. And this is more important, I think, not just the numbers, because the numbers came in with the amount by age, but a lot of it has to do with the contribution rates. How do you know that maybe your kids who are younger are looking ahead to do well with their 401k in the long run? The average baby boomer, here the age in 2025, 61 to 79-year-olds. A lot of people aren't contributing anymore. But for those that are, the average contribution, about 12% employee contribution, 5% employer contribution, average balance of $257,000. Interesting to me here that the percentage contributing to the Roth 401k, only 12.2% there. That's a low number contributing to the Roth 401k, contributing, I think, a lot to what I see, where you've got this larger traditional IRA balance, and that's why you're concerned about taxes in retirement. Gen X contributing more people to the Roth 401k. They're contributing a little bit less here, 15% versus 17% on average into the 401k for the baby boomers. What that's telling me is a bit of what I've seen, where the older you get, the less you're responsible for the kids and the more ability you have to catch up to your retirement savings. Here are the millennials, average age in 2025, 29 to 44, contributing less on average. They're the ones that are certainly being saddled with costs of kids and things like that. But notice 18% of the people are contributing to a 401k. That's a bit too surprising to me that only 18% are contributing to the Roth 401k. Not terribly too much different in my mind compared to the 12% of the boomers that are contributing to the Roth 401k. As the tax laws change, you'll see that the Roth 401k can really help in terms of how much you might have for tax-free income later on in retirement. I'm going to show you next the number one comparison I think you can make against others on the average 401k balance. But while we're thinking of that, we're talking about the averages. And what's more important is not the averages, but how you are planning for retirement. It's not about what everyone else is doing. It's about what steps are you taking to get ready for retirement. I put together a series of videos at 5stepretirementplan.com so you can find the 5 steps you can take to get ready for your retirement. Let's take a look at the next part of the survey. Here we go. I said earlier that this is 20-year-olds, 90-year-olds in the 401k. How are things looking? And the longer you've been investing in the 401k, the longer and more money that you have overall in the 401k. It's showing here that baby boomers that have been contributing for 5 years aren't at that lower $250,000 average. Their average in the 401k is at $350,000. If they've been contributing for 10 years, they're at $450,000. If they've been contributing for 15 years, they are at $550,000. Now, there's a lot of data that's there. You can say, am I ahead or am I behind compared to the averages? Remember that it's not about the averages. It's about you and where do you fit in and what have you done that you can control to get ready for retirement. Hi, I'm Jeremy Keil. If you'd like to learn how my team can help you get more income, pay less in taxes, and avoid big retirement mistakes, head on over to keilfp.com. That's KEILFP.com.